Okay guys, we're gonna do some stuff today. Here's my face. I'm gonna put my face right here. So we're gonna talk about an LS swap with stock computer, with VATS and without VATS. There's a lot of disagreement, it seems like, on the forums. Forums was like 2005? No, Facebook, all over the place, about people not understanding what VATS does, what it is, what it isn't, how it responds, what the symptoms are, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Probably going to be a lot of rambling, and half of you guys don't really care. But what I want to do in this video is show VATS on versus VATS off, and what VATS can do, hopefully. So right now I have it written into the computer, and I want to show you guys that. That's what I'm doing here. VATS is on in the computer. This is a 6-liter P59 computer. It's set up in speed density, running turbo setup that I had. It's been running for like 2 years or more, like this, with the same computer. So all I did was go in here and I turned the VATS on, and let's see what VATS does. Let's see what it does. Let's just see, guys. Let's just try it. It starts, it fires, it runs, it dies. That's VATS. Okay, so it starts up, it runs. The reason that you have the VATS system in there, vehicle anti-theft system, it thinks that it's stolen when you take the ECM or the ECU, engine control module, engine control unit, away from the body control module, and the VIN numbers don't match. So the ECU is looking for the VIN number from the corresponding body control module, and it doesn't see a pair, so it kills it. And what it does is it kills the injector pulse. It keeps spark, it kills injector pulse. That's why the engine dies. But it starts, it runs, it fires, it dies. Starts, fires, runs, dies. However you want to call it. So when sometimes there's like people saying that, oh, it shouldn't even crank if the VATS is on. I would beg to differ. So this is the symptom. This is what it should do. And what I want to do right now is I'm going to turn the VATS back to none in the computer. And I'm going to write the computer back to where I got to put the key in though. Got to put the key in. So alright, so I apologize for the delay, but I want to try to do this all in one clip, unedited. So now you can see that the computer is writing back. And I really apologize that this is all like kind of shoddy video, unedited and jerky, but that's the point of it, is I want to show you the difference between VATS and not VATS. Just straight line changing it in the computer, what the engine does when it's supposed to run versus when it's not supposed to run. So you know the difference between, like, I have a problem that is VATS, or I have a problem that is not VATS, because you can have other stuff that's going on and you think it's VATS, and people waste so much time looking at VATS when it's not VATS. So maybe this is like a rant for me, I don't know. But probably a rant. Could be a rant. So let's write completed. The write is completed. you have the VATS turned off. Same computer, same tune, same file, didn't do anything different. Now you can hear the difference between VATS on, VATS off. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the VATS back on. And I'm going to ask my wife for some assistance. So we're going to write this. And what I'm going to try to do to prove the theory that, or to prove the point that engine runs with VATS on, with starter fluid, because it's killing the injector pulse, I am going to have my wife start the engine while I spray starting fluid into the old intercooler piping that I have here. So in theory, it should still run while I'm spraying the fluid in there. So let's try it. I gotta go get her, but let's try that. Okay, we gotta wait. She's making a pancake. So just hold on a minute. All right, so I got my wife in the truck now, and she's gonna do something interesting. So we have the VATS still enabled or active on the computer, and what's gonna happen is she's gonna start it 3 times, and then I'm gonna spray starting fluid into the intercooler pipe and see what happens. So go ahead, do it. Do it again. So now the only difference there was I was spraying starting fluid into the intercooler pipe the entire time that it was running. So start it again. Start it again. So VATS is still active, but the only difference is I'm going to spray fluid in because the VATS kills the injector pulse, and I'm going to spray starting fluid. So hold on a second. Go! So as long as you spray fuel, as long as the engine is getting fuel, VATS has the spark active, but it kills the injector pulse. So the engine will still run. That's VATS, guys. That's VATS. So that was our pop quiz. Was VATS active or not active in the last clip? You got it? You guys got it figured out yet? Alright guys, so that's about all I have to say. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about in this video was what is VATS, what is not VATS, and what it does when it's active, what it does when it's not active, because you hear guys that like they turn the key, it clicks, it doesn't even crank, and everyone's like, it's VATS. And then they turn the key and it cranks over for 30 minutes, they're like, it's the VATS. And then it turns over, it starts, it runs, they drive it to the grocery store, they pick up a fucking pound of meatloaf, and then they go over to their neighbor's house, and then it dies, and then everyone says it's the VATS. No guys, it's not the VATS. The VATS is not everything. There's specific symptoms and situations. It's when it's the VATS and it's not the VATS, guys. So I wanted to show you guys that. That's the VATS, it's not the VATS. We did it, we didn't do it. I risked my engine by spraying a bunch of starter fluid through it. It kills the injector pulse. It will run continuously as long as you're giving it fuel with the VATS active. That's really about it. So guys, is it the VATS or is it not the VATS? Share this video every single time that somebody asks what the VATS.